G'day and welcome to Fun with a 50 Cox Plate episode. Very exciting, riding solo again tonight, but that doesn't matter. Hope you enjoyed last week, got you out in the last race. We managed to find about $30 back for your 50. We were able to donate that to Dress for Success, another fantastic charity there. Able to add to the tally also. Huge day of racing. We've just spent all of our time at Cox Plate. We're a little bit rattled. We've had a birth in the family. It's very exciting times. Haven't put a heap of time into the form, but luckily we've got some good information that we hope will stack up. We might as well get started. So the first race we have a look at is the third at Moonee Valley, and one of our favourite days. My country was extremely unlucky in Guinea's Day. Got beaten on the bob at a reasonable price. We did tip at that time, just off the last start. You know, gate 16 is definitely no plus, but should be able to try and get up on the speed. And the Sydney form's holding up pretty reasonably. So we like the look of My Country. That's Moonee Valley Race 3, number 4. My Country. We're going to go $5 each way again, and that's sitting at the $7 and $2.50 point. Next selection is going to be in the 5th. We like the look of Bowman and Waller, the Bowman and Waller combination in this race again. First time at the Valley for Lady Lafay, but strong second up. Currently sitting at $2.40. We reckon that's a pretty good go. It's very high in our data, so we're going to have $10 to win on it. That's Moonee Valley Race 5, number 1. Lady Lafay, $10 to win at $2.40. So the middle of the day now, we look at the 6th race. Like the look of La Luna Rossa here. Great chance at the odds, currently sitting about $9. You know, a New Zealand runner, third run in this preparation, should be rock hard fit. It's had money, so it's been back from about the $13 mark into the 9s, and that shows a little bit of something for us. So we're going to have a go. That's Moonee Valley Race 6, number 2, La Luna Rossa. $5 each way at $9 and $3. Next, we're going to jump to the 8th, and we just like the look of who shot the Bowman in this race. Currently sitting at $4. Bowman and Waller today. Bowman should have a huge day on Saturday, so I think we're going to jump on anything that he's on. First time at the Valley, but it's running very, very good sectional times. It's a few runs deep in this prep, but it's very high in all of our ratings, and we think it's a huge chance to be in the finish. Currently sitting the $4 mark. That's good enough for us. So we're going to go Moonee Valley Race 8, number 3, Who Shot the Barman? $10 to win at $4. Now we jump to the Get Out Stakes, the traditional Get Out Stakes. You know, we've always had Suavito getting us out in the last, but this for this year at the Cox Plate in race number 10, we like the look of Sacred Elixir. Had a good run first up in this preparation at Caulfield. Probably wasn't as prominent in its last run, but still should be looking good for this race. Gate 6 over the 2000, looking all right. Not a lot of success at the Valley. But the sectionals that this horse is running is looking pretty good. Currently $5.50. We reckon that's a pretty good go. So we're going to have $10 to win on Sacred Elixir. That's Moonee Valley Race 10, number 2. Currently sitting at the $5.50 mark. So there's your 5 selections for the day. We've tried to spread it out over the course of the Cox Plate day. So we'll just go through those again for you. That's Moonee Valley Race 3, number 4, My Country. Moonee Valley Race 5, number 1, Lady Lafay. Moonee Valley Race 6, number 2, La Luna Rossa. Moonee Valley Race 8, number 3, Who Shot the Barman? And Moonee Valley Race 10, the Get Out Stakes, number 2, Sacred Elixir. Now we have 2 emergencies for you again this week, also at Moonee Valley. Love the look of United States, just couldn't fit it in the Crystal Mile. That's race number 7. Won this time or on this day last year. That's usually a fair bit of a tell, but it was just a bit of a tough race, and it's probably a little bit short for us to include it, but we think it's still a good chance to win. So that's race 7, number 1, the United States, $10 to win at $3.50. Finally, our second emergency in that order, in the 4th, we like the look of the O'Shea runner Archives, doing very well at the moment. Once again, just too short to include in our tips, but we think it's a very good chance. That's race 4, number 2, Archives, $10 to win at $3.50. So there's your selections for the day. It should be a huge day. It's one of our favourite days on the calendar in springtime, Moonee Valley for the Cox Plate. If you have a good win, let us know. Give us a charity donate. The full $50 goes on again this week, and we want to hear a charity that we can donate all the proceeds to that we get from the day. So let us know on Facebook and the Twitter how you've gone for the day. And as we always say, if you don't have a good day or none of the tips get up, don't want to know about it, no one's here. But gambling's just a bit of fun. Just keep it that way, and only bet we can afford to lose, which we think's about $50. And it should be a fantastic day on Saturday. Cox Plate Day, probably one of the greatest days of the year, and happy punting.